But I'm getting ready to hop inside the funding space. Like I want y'all. I'm hopping in the funding space because I want y'all to have a way. I don't want that to be the barrier. Like that is normally the barrier for a lot of traders. A lot of traders come in and they tell you to go, do the work and trade at the same time. And one of the things is usually taking a hit. And then you get a strategy or you strategy hop. Like it's different things that go into becoming a profitable trader. Like I've done the strategy hop and I've done having 1,000 indicators on my chart. That didn't work. Um, it just kind of make your chart look crazy with having a bunch of indicators on your chart and being unable to read it correctly. But a lot of times it's not necessarily your strategy. A lot of times it's more or less your consistency, your discipline, and your fund not having the proper backing behind you. Because the prop firms is when you go in to trade a prop firm, if you don't have the discipline to trade within the prop firm parameters, it's gonna make you question yourself as a trader. And you go in there and you're trading with the prop firms, and prop firms are there. Prop firms was not around 5 years ago. Well, they was, but they were. I didn't know about them 5, 6 years ago. I did not know about no prop firm. There wasn't nothing there for us. We was going and trading our live capital. And when I hear like I spoke to other traders, like other like long term traders, like my doctor, one of my doctors is a trader. And he's telling me, yeah, the nurse said, oh, he told me you can't trade with no less than 25,000. Like, so that's the capital that they going in with. Like, we know as traders that you don't need 25,000 to start with. But if you had 25,000 to start with, and you have a strategy behind that 25,000, you can 10x your money. Because chances are you're going to go in and be a lot more careful, knowing that I just took this loan out. I'm going to be a lot more careful. I have a strategy. I have a strategy backing this money. You're not going in and guessing with 25,000. You're going in with leverage in the market. You're not going in following a set of rules or parameters as far as top firm parameters where you got to make a certain amount each day. And that's not trading because one, you don't have to take a trade every day. Sometimes part of trading is waiting for your setup to present itself, waiting for the market to present yourself with those A plus setups. Those A plus setups don't happen every single day. I have been in I was in a prop challenge for like over fucking 30 days. Not already past the challenge, but I'm just saying like just sitting in a challenge because I'm not trading every day. I'm not taking a trade every day. I can't take the trade every day. If I don't see a setup, I would rather not trade than try to force a setup. And that's what trading is. You can't force a setup. Sometimes you be trying to force yourself to see something that's not there and then wondering why you took the loss. So you can't force yourself to see the setup. But you gotta be able to have those rules set in place for yourself. I took 2 L's, let me come out the market. I'm telling y'all this based off of just like I would say I feel like 5 years is not a lot of experience to have. Like I have 5 years, and while I'm speaking from somebody that has 5 years, I know it's people that have way more experience than I have. But I've been through a lot of different levels as a trader, and I'm telling y'all, trading every day is not trading. Wait for your setups. Be patient. Okay, trade on a clear mind. I know the life is gonna be life, so trading on a clear mind can be easier said than done because you feel like you got to prove something to your family, you got to prove something to the people around you, and the only person you got to prove something to when you step on these charts is you. Because when you go to try to include other people, and in the race to get to that place, you fail, you make mistakes trying to get to where you get to too quickly. Pace yourself, take your time. There's so much money in this market. Pace yourself. Have the funding set aside to go on the market. Don't play with money that you can't afford to lose. And with that, y'all, we is gonna start. And to go, I want to play a little bit of motivation for y'all. I know I gave y'all a quick pep talk real quick.
That's right, coach.
And gold is making one of those setups. Everybody is hopping in on gold now. Like gold was not an attractive thing for most people. Now it is since it's been trending up for the past couple of years. It wasn't such an attractive thing. And you know, that last Friday, just before we mark up real quick, I just want to show y'all this. Last Friday, right here, I was at my doctor's office. My doctor pulls out the chart, the gold chart, and said, take shorts. And then the market did. He pulled out the gold chart on me and said, he's a long term holder. So he's like, take shorts. I don't take shorts on. I'm like, I don't take shorts on gold. I don't. I look at the gold for the overall position. I don't like to take shorts, even if this was a nice sell. Gold is not something I look at gold as this as a dip to get in for a buy. Like I don't look at gold because gold been primarily trending up for so long. The sells is just opportunities to get in for a long hold. And what we seeing right here on a weekly is that entry pattern that it just made, that doji in the flat on the weekly. So it's like we likely looking for it to like retrace that high. Like we looking for gold to retrace that high. In my humble opinion, like I'm looking for gold to retrace that high. Just with this pattern right here on a weekly chart, that's just like that shit look like money looking back at me. And we're gonna start off with the weekly high as I've been adjusting and marking up charts as the market's been making its changes during this first quarter. Um, I was telling y'all like in the last year that I was anticipating gold to rally in the first quarter. Yeah. But gold been everybody's favorite, and if you don't, I know some people probably took some L's on gold with that drop on Friday, last week Friday. But I want us to get more in the rhythm of trading. I don't want you if y'all have questions and y'all need to access me and talk to me, ask the questions, okay? But I want everybody to be in here trading. Okay, we're in here to make money. I know like everybody is like got their own thing going on and everybody's doing their own thing, but we are in here to make money. We literally have the like money in our hand basically. Like when you have the ability to go in your pocket and press a couple of buttons and make some money and turn that 20 into 60 and that 60 into 300, like you have literally a damn gold mine in your hand. Put yourself in a position to be able to do that, to continue to do
I'm a living testimony.
that. Thank you. Thank you. Listen,
Miss Quita and I both.
exactly. Like we gotta stop playing with it, y'all. Like we got to stop. I want all of us to be hitting them six figures this year. There's no fucking reason. We got too much information and too much skill to not be at the level we want to be at. And more or less, it's you versus you on the chart. Like if you want to trade the prop, the system for the prop is you gotta make the same amount, like whatever consistent amount you do on a chart. So if you're doing like um a 50K account, you got a 50K prop, right? and you doing $1,000 a day. It don't gotta be every single day. I do $1,000 this day. I don't trade for 2 days. I do $1,000 that day. Long as it's on that consistent mark of $1,000 consistently. That after 5 consistent profitable days, you can do the withdrawal. It don't have to be consecutively the same amount of days. If that's not something that you're able to do, I would say go the funding route. Trading is a business. Trade this at trading. If you're trading is a business. Trading, you should be setting your trading up to make it a business, especially if it's something that you're looking to do full time. The low for gold is 48.38.95. That question you had asked me about the Fed the other last time, so I was looking at something with the Fed. Now I know the 6.8 area is like the golden ratio. So if you're looking for buying, that 618 should be up. If you're looking, if the market is selling, then it would be like this. Then the 618 would be underneath. So you would still find a 50% mark at the same area. That's why I was saying it didn't matter. But like for eye's sake, if I'm measuring it going up, I'm looking at the 618 to be up, like for my eyes. So we got the high at 47.18. The low at 48.38.95. So we got the midweek at 49.41.97. So I want y'all to see this. We'll go there right here. So we had the sell off here. It came down, made a monthly low, pulled up, came and rejected off the mid month, came up to the monthly high and pulled back and retested right here. This retest right here on the monthly, on the daily time frame right here, rejecting the mid month, that was your indication for an entry, like right there. It had a retest on a daily. When price retests the area, that's your indication for telling you that the continuation of the buy is going to happen. When it rejected the same area, it came here, rejected, went up, came back down and retested the same price point without breaking that price point and went back up. So you should be looking for buys on it. And using the ATR should work. Should using it as to help you. I know leverage wise, I was seeing that the ATR changes based off of what session we in. Like we in a session where there's not much movement, so you wouldn't look at the ATR moving only 50 pips within an hour over the past 14 candles. The market did just open, So this is why you wouldn't be getting in at this time. You will wait till there's more volume in the market. Like, so you want to wait until that London session where you're getting it like late in London. Like, well, I say late in London, like around that six, still that 6 a.m. candle for gold will be getting in, and then you will get a clear indication of the ATR. But if you're only planning to hold the if you're only planning to hold it for the day, use the 1 hour ATR. If you planning to hold it more than a day, all right, my mouse came out. If you plan on holding it for more than a day, use the 4 hour ATR. But you don't want to use it when it's out of session because you're not getting a clear value. You're not getting a clear ATR, I want to say. Like it's measuring the past 14 candles, but the market just opened. So this the ATR on the 4 hour, gold moves more than 124 pips during 4 hour period. During if you like in London or New York session, it's gonna move more than that. That number is gonna change once we go into London and New York. It's gonna actually probably increase because you're gonna see more volume in the market. That was just what I have observed with the ATR, that the number changed based off of the time of the day that the candle is moving, especially the 1 hour ATR. You would see it move more during the volume sessions, our volume sessions, which is London and New York. I'm gonna move over to US 30. US 30 made a nice move. Made a new monthly high on the US 30. So that's why we're going back over here for the month. The high 50 through 49. Got two. So we just readjusting the monthly. So we got the monthly high 50 to 49.2. And the low at 47, 9, 46.9. The mid month is now 49,084.6. Now it's likely gonna break that, especially because how high it is above on a month. So it's likely gonna break that this high on a month. Um, I wouldn't try to just constantly keep readjusting it throughout the day. Kind of wait for it to finish making its high, especially because the market just opened. You gotta let the market breathe. But we likely gonna see it break that high during this week. So the monthly and a weekly high is the same, especially how this weekly candle open is a volume candle. It got a high value candle above the monthly. So be anticipating buys for the US 30 for this week. You probably can catch some nice setups. This is what I'm saying when y'all say let the market tell you what it's gonna do. All this was consolidating Lily for the past 3 weeks or 2 weeks. It comes up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks of consolidation. We're gonna see the US 30 rally. We got the weekly low, 49, 148.4. And it's above the mid month. Oh yeah, this thing about the knife. So we got the monthly high, 50 monthly weekly high, 52.49. Got to the low, 49, 148. Got for current midweek is 49, 695. Got 8. Definitely nice setup here. We got a break of consolidation here. Look, this is the long consolidation that's been happening on US 30. Like, consolidation is basically order accumulation. It just wasn't really doing much. I wasn't touching it. And this is what I mean by some days you get up and just not trade. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. Damn near month of no moves. And then we get a doji right here, followed by the flat on a daily chart, daily weekly chart, bouncing above the mid month. So that's the setup, setting up. But yeah, so this is what you call volume engulfing candle here. Okay, we got. You can't really put a trend here because this is the first. This is the breakout right here. This is the break out of the consolidation. So you can't put a trend line right here because it just broke out the consolidation today. But for entry, you can grab this fib here, put it on the candle because this is a volume candle. I'm doing this to show you how to find an entry. This is just another way to find an entry. We know that we're looking for buys. We know that we're anticipating it for it to buy based off of what we see. We got it above the weekly, above the monthly, high volume candle on a daily, showing that buyers coming into the market. So we're looking to take our buy. We're looking for it to pull back to take our buys at the 50% mark. 618, 50% area. This like you can put your set an alert like in this area. Because you're not taking this into New York session. And you're gonna need it to pull back. We know we're looking for buys. So we wanted to pull back some for entry. And this is usually where the area that it pulls back to. You see it's already pulling back because indices pulled back during Asian and Tokyo sessions. Let's see. It's giving us a trend. I would set an alert for the 618 area. That 49,885 9.9. I'll be looking to get in right around here on a fallback. That's if you're planning to hold it for a period of time. Well, a period of time would be like for like a day, a couple of days. So this is definitely gonna go up. I'll move over to Nas. Nas follows the US 30 weekly high right now for Nas is 25,372. Weekly low 25,033.96. This is a retest, y'all. Y'all see it? Price retested this area. I will wait for a break above the mid month. They took this buy on we got the high at 25,372. The low 25,333. 25,333.94. Giving us a midweek and 25,202.41. Okay. All right. We gotta adjust the monthly. It's made a new low. 24,164.21. 25,938.28. The low, new monthly low is 24,164.21. Then the mid month is 25,034.54. Did I delete the mid-month line? Yeah, I did delete the mid-month line. Look like it's right on a week, that weekly low. 25035.54. Right on the same line as the weekly low. I know y'all can't see it, but it's there in this projection, the mid-month area. And price already broke above the mid-month right here. Also be looking for buys on also be looking for buys on I'm trying to look. I will look for like an entry for this. Because this is, I wouldn't consider this a volume candle. So when you're looking at a volume candle, you want the body of the candle to be a large body, big body candle like this. That's a volume candle. That's an engulfer. This is not an engulfer, so I can't measure this to tell you where the entry is or not. It's right here. But the anticipation for buys is there. Also, New York session. Oh, only time you enter in before New York session if it come down here and you're rejecting off this area, if it actually pull back that far, that would be a nice entry. And I will hold it to that weekly high because it's gonna go. It follows the US 30. Everybody was anticipating Bitcoin to continue just selling, selling, selling. But let me show y'all something more on Bitcoin. Bitcoin ain't do nothing that it wasn't supposed to do. Gotta readjust the mid-month. The, the low, that low is correct for Bitcoin. It came down to 60,000. The Bitcoin ain't do nothing that it wasn't supposed to do. It actually came down into an order block. I know it's not here, but here. Like it didn't print it with the indicator. But what I told you, the order block is the last candle before they changed the direction. It came into a monthly order block here. See, we got volume that came out of this order block here. I gotta readjust for monthly. The Bitcoin. We got the monthly low at 60,000. One and the high at 91,086 cents, giving us a mid month of 73,892.78. Got the weekly high for Bitcoin of 79,123.67. The weekly low 70,012.81 cents. It also came into a weekly order block, a weekly monthly order block right here. That's the area I was actually anticipating for it to come through. Especially once it broke this area. I said, where's the volume at? This is the volume. The big candle that come out of this area. The high volume that came out of this order block. That's where they put their money at. It came literally right into here. And they even left. They could have came lower, but they got some second going down there. Which our core fair value gap, they left some space down there. So we got the weekly high for Bitcoin 79,123.67. We got the weekly low 70,012.81 cents. Then we got the midweek at 74,428.96. Anticipating for Bitcoin to come back up, especially how it rejected out of that weekly order block. This is the area we wanted to break right here, the building area right here to confirm our buy. Right, the mid-month and the mid-week is kind of in the same area. I'd rather the higher, the bigger candles. Like this is volume. It coming out of this volume area, this volume candle. It right here is this sideways movement. This is the area we looking for Bitcoin to break right around that mid-month marker to confirm the buy. Right here, this is not no movement. The DXY, I know we haven't looked at the DXY, but this will tell you anticipation for gold. Or the weekly high for DXY is 97. Got 761. Weekly low 97. 480. DXY is sitting inside of a weekly order block. It's also rejecting up for the mid-month. Got the weekly high 97. Got 761. Weekly low 97 481. Midweek 97.621. Yeah, we got it rejecting under the midweek, mid-month. If the dollar is selling, gold is buying. Being that we're in the top of the year, we are moving into tax season, and y'all should be looking to make some investment. Okay, you're looking at some stocks to be looking at, some long term holds to be looking at as far as stock wise. Um, Meta, Meta is also coming down for entry for a buy for a long term buy. Right now, we just got it consolidating. I really wanted to pull back down some for a long term hold. Tesla is another one. Want to be looking at. I got these already marked up as you can see, but following someone that looking at stocks, and I've been looking at some stocks to hold long term. I don't know if y'all heard of a Roth IRA, a self-directing Roth IRA, but it's a type of account that allows you to make investments and hold these long term. I know I have one through Chase. You can get one. There's a couple of Schwab also let you get one, but look into getting a Roth IRA and getting some stocks to hold long term so that you have some money that's making money for you while you're day trading. So this is another way for you to have money that's playing in the background for you. Okay, Tesla. Good thing is Tesla is not ready to buy yet. Okay, it's not ready to buy yet. It's not ready to buy yet, but it will be buying. This is a long, like I was telling y'all before when I first introduced y'all to the strategy. It could be put on anything. When someone told me Tesla, I immediately marked it up. And Tesla not going nowhere. Nvidia, there's another one, but this thing has been consolidating here. So when it does break out, it's actually like it needs to break out. It's not ready for a buy yet, but this is another one you want to be looking into holding long term. Now I know everybody shops on Amazon, so you should be wanting to get some shares of Amazon. So this is where I had it marked off right here. Meaning that's a weekly order block, and it played off of this area a couple of times. So Amazon is at an area of buy. I do gotta readjust this because it came lower. It wasn't here last week, but it came lower. This is the area right here that I was looking at for the buy for Amazon. It is at a nice area to get some Amazon shares here. So far, also in the area right now for the buy. I'm looking at the weekly order blocks because I'm looking at for long term, something you can hold long term. So far is another one, and these is only $20 a share, so you could probably get a few shares. Webull some places you can also use to if you want to buy partial shares. You can also use Webull. Lyft is another one, but I'm looking to take the buys down here on Lyft. This is where I'm looking. I mean, I could set alerts for these areas, but that's the weekly order block. So I'm looking to take the buys when it comes into this weekly order block for Lyft. And Google is another one. These are stocks that's included within the US 30 and S&P, like that's traded publicly traded companies that's included there. And these are also stock things that y'all use long term holds. This is something you're looking to have long term. Google is another one. Came into this rejected out of this weekly order block. That's the area about stuff I can Google. So I just gave y'all some stocks that y'all can hold long term in areas where you be looking to take those buys at. That is money that can you can have playing in the background for you. Uh, Things that you would be looking to hold quarterly. You understand? And take your profits quarterly, but you want to look to have something that you hold in long term. Okay, you can even have your account set up to where you making those investments as a self-directed IRA. You can have your if you work in a traditional job, you can have part of your check going into your self-directed IRA, and that way the money will be sitting there for you to have to invest in long term. Okay, so if there's other stocks that you're interested in and looking at, do your homework, see the back end, see what they're doing. Okay, but mark it up. Mark it up the same way you will mark up your traditional chart. Mark it up the same way you will mark up your traditional chart. And look to hold these long term because that's long term investments that you can have that's making money for you in the back while you're day trading. Okay, that's not something you got to look at every day. You know that money is your money is making money for you in the background. Okay, so you want to take that slap this slap the dirty 30 onto any of them long term stocks. See if it's in a position to buy any stock or crypto that you're looking to get into the whole long term. You want to put that on there. See if it's in the area where you can hold it long term. Okay, and I'm gonna be also giving y'all some crypto plays coming up. Okay, not today, but I am gonna be giving y'all some crypto plays coming up to hold to have for long term hold, especially because it's in the first quarter of the year and things are getting moving. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and end it out. Do y'all have any questions before we go ahead and end this out? Okay, being no questions being asked, let's go up in here and rob the market blind this week. Let's go, y'all. Let's get this paper.
100 shots. 100 shots. Ain't no way we miss a whole 100 shots.
Let's go.